for a 3-year-old boy who went missing in Armstrong County will continue a little bit later this morning. State police say Dwight Dinsmore went missing from a camping area along the Allegheny River in Bethel Township yesterday. The search started around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and crews did search for hours. They did have to call it off, however, due to that inclement weather that came through. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 is, of course, working to learn more about the search, and will bring you any updates as they become available to us.
Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, aka Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka Diamond. Oh child, y'all, I was not even planning on doing a video. Excuse me, I had to get something to drink. I was not planning on doing a video tonight, but I stumbled across something while I was working and it didn't sit right with my spirit. I knew that something was wrong with the situation immediately, and so I said, you know what, I'm going to do a reading anyway, because there's this young boy who came up missing last weekend in Pennsylvania. From what I was able to find, there's like a couple other people. I haven't found like a news article or a news segment whom has reported him as being found, but there are like a couple other like bloggers and different things who have reported that he had been found. The news clips that I did find on it says that he was still missing and they were still searching for him. I believe on the day that he was reported missing, they started searching for him, and then they had some bad weather that came in, and so they had to call up the search, but like immediately that next day they started back the search. And so there's a couple of people who said he was found, and so and it's also what I picked up doing this reading. So I did this reading anyway, and my main reason for doing this reading is because something wasn't right around the story. So today is going to be another one of my missing mysteries, although it is believed that this young man has been found. His name is Dwight Dinsmore. Dwight is from Pennsylvania. He's 3 years old. He's blonde hair. He's blue eyes. Now, sources are saying that he went missing, I believe it was last Friday on August 13th, if I'm not mistaken. And from what I can find, he has supposedly been found. I did ask my spirit guide, and I got a yes that he was found in something called Allegheny or something river. Allegheny River, that's in Pennsylvania, and this was like the next day, or they found him in the river within a couple of days, because the family was camping. They were at this specific campsite, and this river is along that stretch of campsite that they were at, so this is where they were immediately searching for him. Now, about the situation, like I said, this young boy, he was camping with his family by Allegheny River, which is in South Buffalo Township. Okay, he was last seen within the camping area that him and his family was in. He was said to be wearing a gray t-shirt with a black collar around it, and it had a motorcycle print on the front of the t-shirt. I found it very interesting that only thing that they reported that he had on was a t-shirt. He was like 3 years old. Didn't he have on like pants? Didn't he have on shoes or something, or shorts? You know, something. Like the only thing that they reported that he was wearing was this t-shirt, and I just kind of found it odd. So they were camping at this campsite allegedly, and this is a 3-year-old boy. So first of all, my intuition is popped off automatically, and the first thing I said to myself, nobody camps alongside the river, like right up next to the river. Like usually with campsites, there is certain camping areas, and people camp along that site, around that site. And sure, they might go down to the river for a swim, or go down to the river to go fishing, or while they're camping or whatever. But I'm like, nobody camps along like the edge of the river by some campsite. So with this being said, this means that they were up in the campsite in a wooded area. This means this 3-year-old boy, my spirit was just telling me he didn't just walk off. He didn't just wander off. Although that is very possible. It is a possible thing that can happen, but he's only 3 years old. So you got to think about a person who just wandered off. Okay, they wouldn't be in a rush. They wouldn't be running. They wouldn't be in a hurry. They would just be casually walking off slowly, So considering the fact my intuition already told me that they were not camped along the side of a river, like right by the river, I knew he had to have been walking through the woods for a little while. He would have had to take, quite a bit of a walk to even get to the river. Because what they're making it seem like is like, they reported him missing and they were camping. And from there, he's been said to have been found in this river. So they're trying to make it seem like, oh, he just wandered off. He just walked off on his own. And, he just walked right into the river. I'm not buying that. My intuition was not giving into that. My spirit was just telling me something is wrong with the situation. So I'm like, whether he has been found or not, and I did some digging and I asked my spirit guides, and it seems that he has been recovered. He has been found. I believe if he hasn't been found yet, he is going to be, but I believe that he has been found. I seen, like I said, a couple other sources that said that he had been found and he was found in the river, but something is not right about the situation. So I said, I'm going to do a reading, what I'm calling a what really happened reading for him. So, like I said, he was missing. So I know you all are used to these type of readings that I do to be called my missing mystery readings. It started off as a missing mystery because he was missing. Although he has been recovered, although he has been found, I'm doing this reading, what really happened reading, to know what really went on. I want to know exactly. Okay, so that was pretty much the backstory. Pretty much in conversing with you right now, I just pretty much told you the visions that I was having. I did not see this boy walking off by himself. Actually, before, I just heard about the story. I was driving at the time because I was working, so I was just listening to this, and it popped up, and I clicked on the video, and I was listening to it while I was driving and I was working. So I hadn't even seen the boy or anything to know what he looked like, and I started getting visions, and my spirit was just telling me that he did not walk off by himself. He didn't wander off by himself, because anybody that got enough sense to wander off by themselves, they would have enough sense to stop at the river. And you see what I'm saying? So a 3-year-old would not have strayed far from their family. And once I was able to stop and look into this, he has other siblings. So then my intuition was saying, where were the other siblings? Because most of the times, I mean, like, people like myself, other people, different people's family is different. A lot of us, when we came up, when the adults get together, kids wasn't allowed to be up in grown folks' face. So when the adults got together, whether they was playing dominoes or playing cards, they drinking, they smoking, whatever is going on, all the kids was somewhere in a certain area. You see what I'm saying? And they would all be together. So even if one was doing something they didn't have no business doing, you always had to tell the tale of the group that would go and tell, Mom, go and tell somebody, oh, such and such, little such and such doing something, little such and such acting up, like that. But all the kids would be together in the group. So I feel like if other kids was there, they were all together. All the kids was together. So if one was trying to stray away or wander off, the oldest ones would, one, try to stop him, and two, tell somebody right away. Okay? So my spirit guides gave me more information about that. But intuitively, these are the things that I was seeing. These are the things that I was picking up and stuff. And so, like I said, y'all, I came home. I got off work. I came home, and I've been working on this ever since. I gathered all the information I need to gather. I prayed. I meditated. I called upon my spirit guides and the Most High to get clear and accurate messages. And this reading goes as follows. As I told you, this reading is for Dwight Dinsmore. Okay? Like I said, he's a 3-year-old boy, blonde hair, blue eyes. He went missing last weekend. Okay, so this is a what really happened reading. So I just straight up, I started off by asking the obvious of what they're making it seem like happened with this situation, because I also seen something from one person who said not only had he been found, but the authorities was ruling it as an accident. That's straight BS, okay? So even if he has been found and authorities are ruling it an accident, that is totally wrong. They are not even looking into this situation good enough. And y'all, this gonna be kind of appalling, because I wasn't even expecting this. I knew this boy didn't walk off on his own and walk into the river and just drowned and died. My spirit was telling me this is not what happened, but I was not expecting to get what I got. I literally thought maybe they were playing. It was an accident. You know, the parents was doing something else, turned away, wasn't paying close attention, made the boy was playing, slipped, fell, hit his head on a rock or something, and, you know, the parents were scared, shook up, and maybe put him in the river to cover it up to look like an accident or so. I'm thinking maybe something along those type of lines. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew my spirit was telling me he didn't just walk off, and he didn't walk, you know, head first into that river on his own. So I'm thinking maybe the kids was playing, roughhousing, horseplay. It was an accident. You know, the parents, you know, probably just wigged out, didn't know what to do, and tried to cover it up to make it look like an accident. Child, look, I got so much more, and I was just really distraught about the situation. I'm like, oh my goodness. But anyway, I started off asking my spirit guides, and you all can see the reading here. If you all can see that, you can see everything in the reading. Okay, I asked my spirit guides, did Dwight Dinsmore wander or walk off on his own? My spirit guides gave me a clear answer of no. Okay, he did not walk off or wander off on his own. I asked my spirit guides, did Dwight Dinsmore get in the river on his own? My spirit guides gave me a direct answer of no. He did not walk off or wander off on his own. He did not get into that river on his own at all, period. I asked my spirit guides, did someone hurt or harm Dwight in any way? My spirit guides told me yes. This boy had been hurt. He had been harmed in some type of way. And I asked my spirit guides who, and I picked up family friend, okay? I asked my spirit guides, was foul play involved concerning Dwight Dinsmore? My spirit guides told me yes, he was accidentally killed. So there was a person that was there with them that was doing something to hurt Dwight, but he accidentally killed him. He didn't purposely kill him. He was specifically doing something that I'm going to get into later that was hurting him, but he did not purposely kill him. He actually killed him on an accident, but the fact of the matter is, you shouldn't have been hurting him, number one. And number two, you know, it shouldn't, if you wasn't hurting him, there wouldn't have been an accident where you accidentally killed him. You understand what I'm saying? And I was told that this foul play, this individual that accidentally killed DeWitt is my spirit guides told me other camper. So, and then my spirit guides told me that this family friend is this other camper. Like, this is the same person. Okay, so there was somebody out there with them that's either like a family friend that was camping out there with them, hanging out there with them, that did this. I asked my spirit guides, are the parents hiding anything? My spirit guides told me yes. I asked my spirit guides, what were the parents hiding? The Most High tells me that the fact that they were high and drunk at the time. The parents were high. They were extremely high. I'm going to tell you how high in a minute. They were extremely high and drunk at the time, so much so that they were not paying attention. They had no idea that he was being hurt, that he was gone, that he was missing, anything, because they were high and they were drunk. And what they was high on, they couldn't just tell authorities, hey, we was getting high, we was chilling, we were getting drunk, and he disappeared. You just couldn't really. They got 2 other kids besides this boy here, so they couldn't just really tell the police that. But that is what the parents are hiding. The mom and the dad. That's what they're hiding. I asked my spirit guides, what were their parents doing at the time of DeWitt's disappearance? I got several answers from the Most High. My spirit guides tell me not paying attention, drinking, talking with friends, associates, cooking/grilling, partying, getting high on drugs. All of those things was going on. They were partaking in all of that thing. So pretty much they were just partying, they was chilling, they was kicking it, okay? They was conversing and hanging out with friends, with associates that was out there with them. They was chilling, they was having a good time, and they wasn't really paying attention to their son. They were drinking alcohol, they were doing some drugs, and in the midst of them like cooking something or grilling something or over the fire or something like that, okay? They were just kind of hanging out and chilling, but they were getting high and they were drinking and they wasn't paying attention. I asked my spirit guides, because I wanted to know where were the other kids. I asked, was DeWitt's siblings there? My spirit guides told me no, but this leads me to wonder, where were they? Because he's got a sister, he's got an older sister, and he's got a baby brother as well. Like the baby looks like he may be 1 or less, or maybe some months, because the picture that I seen with like the entire family, like all 3 kids and the mom and the dad, the youngest was sitting in this like high chair type of deal, and the sister was standing by her dad, and then you had DeWitt that was standing there in front. So my spirit guides tell me that the other siblings wasn't there, and I just kind of wonder, where were they? Why would they only take 1 kid with them to go camping? Or did I get some conflicting information on that, or what? But my spirit guides, the Most High tells me that the other kids were not there. The baby child and the daughter was not there. It looks like DeWitt was the only kid that was there. I asked my spirit guides, was Dwight Dinsmore put in the river to cover up an accident? My spirit guides tell me yes. Because like I told you, the actual killing of him, the murder of him, was an accident. But something else was going on which led to this accident. He was put in the river. I'm sorry about this. Y'all know this doggone thing be getting on my nerves, honey. These powers that be don't be wanting me to get out this message. Okay, yeah. So on this question, I asked, what was Dwight Dinsmore put in the river to cover up an accident? I got a yes on that. However, I asked, did his parents, the mom and the dad, put him in the river to cover up the accident? And I got a no. So it was not the parents that put him in the river. This was the other person that put him in the river, but he was put in the river to cover up the accidental death. I asked, who put Dwight Dinsmore in the river My spirit guides tell me other slash family friend. So this lets me know that this was someone other than his mom and dad, and that this was this family friend slash this other camper that was there with them and hanging out. Um, y'all, these satanic powers that be, honey, they don't want me to be great. They don't want me to get these messages out. They don't want me to be successful, but in any time of, in any type of way. But we gonna keep it pushing. We're just going to block this evil and this negativity that's trying to come through here and attack me. And I'm just going to keep it going. So I asked my spirit guides, how was DeWitt being hurt? My spirit guides tell me, the Most High tells me that he was being molested. This other camper that was there with them, this family friend of theirs, was molesting DeWitt. Okay? The parents was high, they were drunk, they were chilling, they were having a good time, they were just hanging out. I feel like it was, more adults there and things, and they just wasn't paying attention to what was going on and what was happening. And this other person had snuck off with DeWitt and was molesting him, okay? And in the midst of that is how he accidentally killed him. I asked my spirit guides, did the parents know that DeWitt was being hurt or molested? My spirit guides tell me clearly no. They had no idea. The only reason why the parents were not attentive on this day is because they were high. It's because they were drunk. It's because they were hanging out. They were chilling. They're having a little good time. And I asked my spirit guides, was the person hurting DeWitt was my spirit guides tell me that the person that was hurting DeWitt was doing so in secret behind the parents' back. So the parents actually do not know that this was happening to their son. The parents do not know that he was being molested on that day, or just period. This person is somebody that's close to them, that's a family friend that they hang out with quite often, that they chill with, that or something. But they were unaware that this person was molesting their son. I asked my spirit guides, how did DeWitt die? My spirit guides tell me that it was in the midst of him being molested, and he was strangled. So this guy was like choking him while he was molesting him, and it was too tight around his neck or something. But he died in the midst of this. But the crazy thing about it, for some reason, I don't know if DeWitt at some point passed out due to this. And when the guy panicked and thought he was dead and he took him to the river, if in fact DeWitt was actually still alive, because my spirit guides were trying to tell me another message too. It's almost like I was feeling like maybe he was still alive when he was put in the water, but the person that did this, that harmed him, that killed him, believed him to be dead. I believe he blacked out or something from being strangled. While this guy was molesting him, he was strangling him to hold him down or something. And I think the boy may have blacked out or something. And I think the guy freaked because he thought that he was dead. And so when he took him to the river, the wit was still passed out or something, so he assumed him to be dead, and he put the boy in the river. And I believe he may have still been alive, but either way go, my spirit guides are still telling me that this person is responsible for killing DeWitt, okay? So whether, he successfully strangled him to death, or whether DeWitt drowned to death, because if he was put in the river while he was still alive, he would have water in his lungs. And my spirit guides are giving me both messages, but they're telling me either way this person is responsible for killing him. So whether you're talking about somebody a baby being thrown in a river that can't swim, or you're talking about a person strangling them, they still killed them. So my spirit guides were still coming through clearly saying that this person was the cause of their death. But this is what was going on. When I asked my spirit guides, how did DeWitt die? My spirit guides clearly tell me being molested and strangled. So this was going on prior to him being put in the river. I asked my spirit guides, was the person that hurt / killed and by molestation and strangulation of DeWitt Dinsmore a family friend that was camping with them? My spirit guides tell me yes, this was a family friend that was camping with them, that was hanging out with them, that was there at that campsite, at that park or wherever, whatever it's called. They were there. That person was there with them, was hanging out with them. I asked my spirit guides, did the person that hurt DeWitt help in the search? I got conflicting answers on that. At first I was told no. So I feel like the person probably didn't want to help in the search. But then I got but I guess they probably didn't want to look suspicious and they went on and helped, because then I got a yes. Y'all, I'm going to leave this off for just a minute, okay? Because this thing here, what it does is when it gets overheated, it turns the light off on my tripod. So that's what's happening with that. That's why it keeps cutting my light off, but I'm tired of it going off and cutting it back on. So I'm just going to leave this off for just a minute. I hope you all can see good and everything. Okay, I asked my, so eventually he did, help in the search when they were like out there, because like on the first day I think they said they had like family and friends and the authorities and the police and divers and like all kinds of people out there searching, and so everybody was kind of like searching, helping in the search and stuff like that or whatever. But like I had to stop right then because I got so upset, y'all. I'm like, can you imagine this person that's supposed to be like your friend, okay? They smiling up in your face, they acting all cool with you and things, and then behind your back they doing something like molesting your child, and then your child comes up missing and then found dead, and this person's still around and playing pretend like they is just as concerned as you. They gonna help you search and stuff. I'm like, baby, if there had ever been a time to become a deadly woman, girl, that would be it. I'm trying to tell y'all, I would have to pray to the Most High and ask for forgiveness later. But baby, look, God, excuse me, honey, but I'm just telling you, that's just so cold-blooded. Like, seriously, it really is. Okay, so I asked my spirit guides, where did the person that hurt DeWitt go or do after, this situation happened? My spirit guides tell me that he left the campsite after he dumped DeWitt. I'm not sure if he left the campsite. My spirit guides are telling me that he left the campsite after he did this. But at some point in time, like, he came back because... And I believe during this time is why he wanted to just get away. Like, he didn't want to be a part of the search. He didn't want to help him because he knew eventually they was going to be looking for their son and stuff like that or whatever. So eventually I think he came back or whatever, and just went along with playing pretend like he wanted to help and was going to help do the search and, all this crap. Real phony mess. I'm like, ugh. But my spirit guides are telling me that he left the campsite after he dumped DeWitt in the river. At least for a while or until the next day or something. But at some point he came back and he linked back up with the family and the search, and all the the shit had hit the fan by then. Excuse my language, please, y'all. I'm a work in progress. I got 2 habits, honey. That's smoking cigarettes and that's using profanity from time to time. I'm a work in progress. I'm working on them both, yeah. But so I asked my spirit guides, was the parents high and drunk while this person hurt / killed DeWitt? My spirit guides tell me yes. Y'all, this is where I asked my spirit guides what them people was getting high off of. I just think, I'm like, they camping. They got a few beers. They smoking a little weed. Weed ain't a drug. It's a herb. I get it. I understand. We all human. I get it. I understand. I used to smoke before too. I haven't smoked in years. See, the most high and loosed and released like so much things from my life, but I'm not like, you know, some person that's like so perfect and haven't made mistakes in my life before or anything like that. I would never come across to you all like that. But I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. So I'm like, they had some beers, they was smoking some little weed. Child, my spirit guys tell me they was smoking weed, honey. And then my spirit guys told me that they was on some type of narcotics. I'm like, narcotics? So I just started going down the list. I just started popping off all kind of narcotics I could. Like, I'm like, they on pills? What they doing? Honey, they was smoking weed. They was on cocaine. And do you know my spirit guys told me that they was smoking them wet daddies? Them stupid things. I call them stupid things, honey. Them wet daddies. That sticky, that sherm, honey. We talking about embalming fluid. Them dippers. Okay? Child, they was out there smoking that sherm. They was on cocaine and they were hiding Cooter Brown. Do you understand me? They didn't know where they were coming or going. That's why they didn't see nothing that was going on with this baby. That's why they couldn't tell the police that. They couldn't tell the police they were hiding Cooter Brown up out there. Oh my God. So look, I was like, okay. So I asked my spirit guys, I said, has the person who hurt DeWitt been back around the parents since this has happened? And my spirit guys told me yes. And I'm like, this low down, dirty son of a you know what. This punk bastard has been back around the family all up in their face. Now, whether you want to say them folks was right, wrong, and indifferent or not, we all have sinned. We all have made mistakes. We all had our times in our life where we done lived careless and reckless. But the fact of the matter is, they really only guilty, as far as the parents go, they really only guilty for that. Being careless and reckless, being too drunk, too high, to the point where they could not be attentive to their child. But did they physically hurt their child themselves? No, they did not. But you got to understand me that this punk bastard back up around them in their face, playing pretend like they just as concerned as them, and then this is eating them up inside. You know what I'm saying? They playing this over and over and over again in their mind, but they know they was high. So they can't tell the police, we was high, we was drinking. You probably could tell the police, we had a few beers or something like that or whatever, but you don't want to seem too incompetent. They got 2 other kids that them folks can come and take away. They find out them folks was high like that. Ooh, y'all don't even understand. So I asked my spirit guys, I said, was the person who did this high and drunk as well at the time? My spirit guys tell me yes. So this fool was up there getting just as high as he wanted to be with them. I'm talking about weighted smooth. You know what I'm saying? He smooth, slick bastard, because he waited smooth until the parents was totally wasted, honey. They waited till they weren't paying no attention. They didn't know whether they was coming or going, honey. And he went and did what he did. Okay? But my spirit guys tell me that he was high at the time when he went and did this to this boy. But this was going to flip y'all out. I asked, I'm going to tell you in a minute. I asked, did the person who molested DeWitt, hold on. I asked, was the person that hurt DeWitt under the age of 40? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked my spirit guides, did the person who hurt and molested DeWitt accidentally kill him? My spirit guides tell me yes. My spirit guides tell me that this fool was just high, that his intention was to molest him, but he accidentally killed him. He was not trying to kill this boy. The messed up thing about it is he is so close to these people. He had molested this boy before. This was not the first time that he did this. He is so close to them. He kicks it with them often. He has kicked it with them before. That to the point where he has molested the with before. And the parents didn't even know. But he went too far this time, maybe because he was so damn high. Oh, Lord. But he accidentally killed this boy at the time, or at least he thought that he had strangled him. While he was molesting him, he was choking this boy. And I believe the boy must have closed his eyes, must have stopped moving, must have blacked out or something. And dude thought he killed him. And when he took him to that river, that water got up in that baby lungs and stuff. Because it's probably when he came back to then when he got dumped in that water. But you know he just sunk because he was on 3. Okay, so I asked my spirit guides, did anybody see this person who hurt you with dump his body in the river? My spirit guides tell me no. Nobody else seen him. Nobody else was around. I asked my spirit guides, was the person who hurt the wit white? My spirit guides tell me yes. This is a Caucasian man who is under the age of 40 that did this to the wit. I asked my spirit guides, um, did the person who hurt DeWitt have any help at all? I wanted to know, did he have a partner? Did he have a friend? Did the parents help in? Anything. My spirit guides tell me no. He did this by himself. He did this by himself. I asked my spirit guides, had the person that killed, and molested DeWitt, excuse me, y'all. I asked my spirit guides, had the person that hurt and killed DeWitt molested him before in the past? My spirit guides tell me yes. Whoever this person is a friend of theirs who hangs around, who have hung around them before, and he has been so much so that he has been close enough to do this before, probably when they getting high. When the parents, when once you on one and stuff, you loosen up, and all this other kind of stuff. You're not paying as much attention. You probably think your kids here in the room, and you and your friends hanging out, and this bastard get up and play pretend like he going to the bathroom or something, or he going to the kitchen and get another drink or something. Y'all just sitting here how as you want to be, and he back here molesting your baby. This man hadn't done this before. He went too far out there on that campsite, is what my spirit guides is telling me. And he panicked, and they was the only ones out there. So he knew if he had left that baby there, and they found him like that, then, it would have been a dead body. You would have clearly been able to see what had happened to him or whatever. And then, the parents would automatically been questioning everybody around them like, what the hell happened to our baby? Type of thing. But they were so high, they were so out of it, and that's what the parents are keeping secret from the police, that they were so high and drunk. They don't want the police to find out that they were under the influence of all these drugs and things when this stuff took place, y'all. So I did this reading, and I'm like, I knew it. I'm like, I knew this boy. This baby did not just wander off by himself through the darn woods, just lollygagging and walk head first into the river and just floated off. No, I just knew my intuition was telling me it did not go down like that. It was something else that took place, that went on, something else that was happening or something, y'all. So like I said, this is the reading for the 3-year-old Dwight Dinsmore. I hope this gives somebody some clarification into what happened to this young man, young boy actually. This is a sad, tragic situation. This boy hadn't even started school yet. He had his whole life ahead of him. And although the parents didn't physically do anything to harm him, their guards were let down. They were not attentive. They were not paying attention because they were under the influence of drugs and alcohol. And they just let their guards down. And, on their behalf, they really didn't know what had went on and what had happened. But at the same time, it wasn't like they could just be forthcoming and super honest with the police about what they was doing and what was going on leading up to the disappearance of their son, because it would have caused more trouble for them, So, okay, y'all, so that was it. That concludes the reading. I'm going to ask my spirit guides really quick if there are any other messages that I need to share with you all. So you all just give me a few minutes to call on my spirit guides and the Most High for any other further information. Y'all see the answer just pops out on its own. I called on my spirit guides, I called on the Most High, and I asked were there any other messages that I needed to share with you all that I did not disclose to you all. And I got, can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I got a clear answer of no. So my spirit guides are basically telling me at this time, that's all the messages that I needed to give you all pertaining to this situation. As I always say, y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies. I wish everyone peace, love, and light. And I just want to say that I am sorry for the loss to the parents. I am sorry for the loss of their child. And until next time, you guys, namaste.